Hello, everyone. This is George Diaz, and I'm talking today about selecting your online course or membership site platform. Now, this is a very important decision you have to make, and the decision you make is going to have a lot of implications, both in the short term and the long term, and how successful that can be in supporting what you're wanting to do. So, we're going to talk about three major categories of sites or platforms for you to consider. The first one, and you might be surprised about this one, is Facebook private groups. Now, it's very simple to bring up. It's easy to use. You have a set audience of people that are out there that can easily join, become a part of it. And it's very easy to manage manually. Is it a platform for building an online course or membership? It absolutely is. And I highly recommend it when you're just starting so that you have a legit platform, one that can be professionally used for testing out something that's very new. The barrier to entry, your investment, the amount of time it's going to take to bring it up is minimal. I mean, you can get it up in a couple hours if you've never done it before, maybe a little bit longer. But it's nothing like using some of the other platforms I'm going to talking about, or setting up your own website, and I'll get into that in just a moment. So don't underestimate how strong a platform that can be to get started, to, again, validate that you have something that people will want to buy. And I've got a program that, I make available to people where you survey your audiences, you work at selling it with a landing page that we show you how to build. And we absolutely recommend using a private Facebook group because we don't want you to be bogged down with the technology. We don't want you to, waste money on hiring someone or wasting a lot of your own time building a site for yourself. We want you to get it up and running fast and have a place where you can engage with your customers, provide them with feedback. You have very good community features for talking to people, and it's just a great way to get started. Okay, the second one is an SaaS, a SaaS solution, and there's many in this space. You can consider Thinkific, Kajabi, and there are many others. These are pre-built solutions. You typically pay for them monthly. Some of them are technically free, and then they charge you credit card processing fees, and that's how they make their money. So they're organized in many different ways. Now, the benefit of this is you really do get a step up of functionality, especially when you compare it to Facebook. And these programs, some are stronger than others. The price points vary. But they have a set of features that the majority of course builders are going to want to have. So they want to cater to as big an audience as possible. They may not have a lot of fringe functions, features that are maybe very specific to one or two or, a couple people's needs. But it's not a bad way to really get started, especially if you have courses that are sequential, that have standard quizzing sort of functions. There's really not a terrible reason to avoid these solutions unless you anticipate having a specific need that you absolutely must have, and that platform doesn't include it. Years ago, I worked with a client that was really set on using one of these software as a service solutions. And I knew the customer. I'd been working with her for a long time. And I go, I don't think that's such a good idea. The reason being is that we were able to launch the site, very nice site. It worked very nicely. And then as soon as we got it launched, she says, hey, I want to do this one thing. And I go, that's not an option that platform offers. And then a couple weeks later, hey, we want to do this. And it's like, well, I wish we could, but that platform doesn't support that. And that's the thing that you really have to consider. If you anticipate that you're going to have additional needs, things that are unique to your solution, things that are maybe less standard. And it's very hard to anticipate what you might need because you're just starting, and you might get a demand for some features that at the beginning you're just blind to, you didn't even know they existed, and then you're up against something you can't do. So that's honestly the only downside to the software as a service solutions. Now, the third solution is a WordPress-based site. Our team, my team and I, we specialize in building those kind of sites. We do this all the time. We use WordPress for learning management. We use LearnDash. If you want to add community features, we add BuddyBoss, and there are many membership solutions. If you want more refined protection, or if you want more features, if you want to connect to a backend CRM, it's a great option. So a WordPress-based site with a learning management system with a membership tool can pretty much get you anything you want, short and long term. The disadvantage is at the beginning, you do have to invest either more time, effort, and money to get it started. And I don't want to say a massive amount, but you jump in with a little bit more investment required, and then sky's the limit on where you can go. You can start with a very simple site that supports one course, 5 lessons, allows you to go in and out. Maybe you add WooCommerce to it, so you have some e-commerce functions. That way you can sell automatically, give people access, and you don't have to do any manual work. But then later, if you want to add a forum for people to discuss some sort of topic, if you want to add member-to-member discussion features, if you want to have integration for Zoom calls to allow you to do dynamic things, if you want to be able to sell to corporate accounts, so that you sell one account to a large organization and they can distribute accounts out to multiple people in the organization. One person pays, one person administers, and then many people use it. If you anticipate that you're going to have needs like that, then a WordPress solution is likely the solution for you. Now, we provide advice like this to a lot of people. In the near future, we're going to be offering a community where folks that are looking to select platform, build their sites, can get advice, camaraderie, guidance, support. That's coming, so stay tuned. And if you don't mind, let me know what platforms you're considering, what platforms you've tried in the past. What are your opinions, pros and cons? I'd love to hear from you.